What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Dave B. You watching DaveBeyondTV, where we go beyond the everyday bullshit that people be consuming on a day-to-day basis. And today we discussing some astrology, talking about Jupiter conjunct North Node at 3 degrees Taurus. So, with so we dealing with we already been dealing with a lot of transformative energies, but this energy in particular is, we a lot of people refer to the North and South Node as like the nodes of faith, of fate, not faith, but faith is in the mix due to the fact that we got Jupiter. Jupiter being a planet of faith, not so much imagination, but experience and wisdom, knowledge, traveling, both mentally and potentially externally. But for the most part, on a spiritual sense, this is the expansion the expansion of our spiritual path, basically. But on a deeper level, what that really means is like, it kind of just shows the type of energy we going in. And I really just wanted to make this video to kind of talk about, situations that we might be in at the current moment that are really putting us to the test. Because at this moment in time, being with this conjunction, right, it's really, it's so important for me to just get the point across that it's all on you. It's like, it's not going to ever be easy to do what you need to do. But the thing about it is, you have to be aware enough and light enough to know when, I want to say when the universe is showing you something, but it's not really even so much that. It's really when you got to be aware for when, it's really, I guess it is about that, because when it comes down to the universe, how to actually co-create with the universe is by knowing how to use your own mind, because the universe is of the mind of something that has, it's the universe is more correlated to the collective minds that have made the world that we're inhabiting. Not so much what was built here as far as society and things of that nature, but the fact that, you look at me, I look at you, like us sharing similar features and things of that nature, like having 5 fingers, 10 toes, 10, I said 5 fingers, 10, like just attributes and stuff like that. And I know people are born with defects, but I'm saying for that to be the collective, like for the majority of the individuals, sharing certain physical attributes and things of that nature, that's part of the universe. That's part of how things were created to be around us. So, co-creating with the universe is knowing how to use things of this world, is knowing how to use the mind in the way in which, can, basically shift your circumstance. Knowing how to use your own mind is knowing when to apply certain elemental magic to, create certain thought forms and feelings that you can convert or transmute into actions. That's really what thoughts and feelings are for. They're actually to incite action. If they're not inciting action, if you're not using your thoughts and feelings to produce something, whether it's something creative like a piece of art, or a music or whatever, or it can also be to create, it can be to create conflict, to create friendship, to create, that's how we use thoughts and feelings. Just like about how, like, certain things, like for instance, you trying to make love, you are taking certain thoughts and feelings, putting them together in some kind of magic potion, or in some kind of, or I won't say magic potion to get y'all more lost, but I'm just saying y'all put them together in some kind of magic concoction, some kind of magic mixture, and then that mixture is, say the actual representation or expression of that mixture is the actions you take to show that love. But for the most part, that's why it's like everything we do out here is like things we create. We have to create these things we have to create these things in order to push them out. And then when it comes to thoughts and feelings, a lot of times we're just not taught, or we're not reminded to utilize them. A lot of us get caught up in taking a thought and feeling and want to just sit in it and allow it to become even more useless. Basically, when you're not using your thoughts and feelings, they come and they sit on you, and they make you more heavy, and they make you more insecure, more, taking things personal, more, and it's like we can't avoid certain things being, we can't avoid the human experience of life, even though we're spirits, we're still having this human experience. So you can't just always avoid certain things. You're gonna feel things. You're gonna go through certain shit, and you're gonna have to, every now and then you're gonna find yourself in certain, times where you're like, damn, now okay, that's more of my human side. That's more of the human shit that is getting to me. But as long as you're reminding yourself that you aren't of these things and that you know how to utilize these things, this is how you become, a more powerful spirit. And that goes to what I was saying before about awareness. Your awareness expands to the point where you can catch certain things before they even manifest to certain other things, you know what I'm saying? And this becomes your power, because now you get to direct certain energies the way you see fit, and not so much in a way in which you're trying to play God, but you're able to play out your version of all possibilities by the fact that you understand how these things work, and you're not allowing these things to become you. Because when you allow certain thoughts and feelings to become you, you limit yourself. You close yourself off from all possibilities, and this makes you further from God in a sense, you know what I'm saying? So it's a matter of knowing how to balance these energies within you, but really just knowing how to use these things, knowing how to use thoughts and feelings however you need to use them. Now, talking more about this energy, Jupiter conjunct North Node, and the reason why I'm jumping to astrology next is because part of astrology is knowing how to use these different energies, knowing what times to use these energies and what times to not. See, Jupiter conjunct the North Node is putting everybody in a situation where, look, you at a crossroads in a way where there are certain things that the South Node could have been enticing you to do. The South Node could have been enticing you to do a lot of things correlated to your comfort zone. And this spans more than just this month or this year. These are things that you've been leading up to. Really, everything that's been going on in Taurus. For the longest, the North Node has been in Taurus. So all that time, probably you could look at from when the North Node got into Taurus until now. There's certain things you've been participating in, doing, choices you've been making, right? Based upon the North Node being in Taurus and the South Node being in Scorpio. Now, where you are now, coming off of those previous eclipses, look at where you are now. And it's like a testament to say, okay, you're at a crossroads, and there's a certain distinction between where you're going and where you've been that you have to be aware of at this moment in time. And this is where you can look at as basically a jump off point for Jupiter to take the reign, take the baton, because Jupiter now is, you remember when I was talking about Jupiter and Aries being like your hero journey and developing the courage, going through the experiences of being your true self, so that not only others see you in that position, but you establish, and that was the sextile with Pluto in Aquarius, you know what I'm saying, slightly. But the point of that transit, Jupiter going through that, and then also Jupiter, while it was squaring Capricorn, Jupiter was squaring Pluto and Capricorn before it got into Aquarius, and that was us learning how to take who we are on our journey as an individual, but make it make sense, make it look like something that we're actually building and participating in reality, look like something that matches our status. But that's a different conversation. But talking back about Jupiter, I mean, it's important because it all correlates. Jupiter now being in Taurus, looking like the reality of your journey, looking like the practical aspects of your journey at this moment in time. Again, like I said, it's like passing the baton, or North Node is basically passing the baton to Jupiter as they pass each other right there at that third degree. So at that third degree, the conversation between the two is really like I said, Jupiter representing you on these experiences, you having a real experience about who you truly like. Again, it's all been predicated upon how you've been doing the energy and progression. Have you been planting the right seeds when Jupiter was in Aries? You know what I'm saying? I know we here now, but the whole idea is with Jupiter, when we're dealing with Jupiter, you have to know at this moment in time where you're going, and you have to be brave enough to step into that and create that clear definition between, okay, this is where I'm going, this is where I've been, you feel me? And it can't be any backtrack, because at this moment in time, it's already been certain things that the South Node might have been enticing you to do, but the North Node needs you to jump into that uncomfortability. That's what the North Node represents. So it's time to expand into that uncomfortability. It's time to expand into the unknown and really commit to, doing what you do. And the thing is, if you keep your faith intact and your belief in yourself right, chances are you'll plant the right seeds. But if you're still scared and timid, you might fall victim to falling short. So much love, do your best. Catch you on the next one.